Hey everybody, welcome to the fifth war in this Alliance War Season 2, and this time we're going up against three Apok. I think this is the part of the Apocalypse family. They have something about horsemen in there, and I think Apoko, however you want to say it, in the Master Bracket. I think this is their sister alliance. So anyway, I'm taking in the Trinity this time. I scouted my path. I noticed I wanted Blade. I thought this was going to be a King Groot. Turns out it wasn't. It was a Drax. But then there was a King Groot later on. So I thought there was going to be some opportunity for Blade to do some work if only he had the villain synergy. So I brought along Ghost Rider. I left Vision home. The poison node looked to me like something that I could get danger sense on, so I was gonna roll the dice and see if I could turn that poison off, and you'll see when we get there what happens. But all in all, this was a really good war for me personally. I did fairly well, so you're gonna see me just take on this Drax. Slow and steady wins the race with this double immune Drax. He's got bleed and poison immunity, so basically you just have to slug it out. I almost got owned there by Limber, but luckily Blade was able to throw the block up in time. Almost can barely take credit for that one. Somehow Blade recovered. He is awesome. So anyway, yeah. When Blade's on, He's such a great champion to use as an Alliance War attacker. And if you have him, you should mostly bring him to war. But anyway, so the next champion here, they loaded up. They gave me some warm-up fights this time. So I had champions on all three of these nodes, and the person they put on this node is a Winter Soldier. And I gotta say, Winter Soldier, he's nothing special. I was gonna get out of this fight no problem, especially since he's not bleed immune. I'm gonna be able to parry him. I decided to go ahead and bait special ones because I don't want to take the block damage, because I have a lot of plans for Blade in this war, so I want to try and keep the block damage to a minimum. And then I realized that this was a Plagued Mind node, and that's really annoying with Blade, to have to lose your power every, 30 seconds maybe? Maybe it's every 20 seconds. I don't even know. But then I realized, I'm not going to be building up to this like special 2 or something, so I thought I'd throw the special 1 before the Plague Mind hit again, and get the parry off, get the bleeds going, and then my power's really coming up here, so I can just go in for this last combo. And I knew I was going to have either a special 1 or a special 2 to finish it off with, and didn't need it, and that worked out okay. So the third diversity fight is coming up here. And I gotta say, I'm getting a little bored of these diversity fights, but it's a 4-star. So I expected the 5-star to be a King Groot, but it was actually this 4-star that was the King Groot. And I guess it makes sense because the other one was already a double immune node, and this one didn't have that bleed immunity built in, so King Groot with the enhanced regeneration. Sure, seems like a good move to put King Groot here, but at the end of the day, I get danger sense, and he's going to drop no matter what. So I'm just basically baiting out his special 1. I'm not worried too much. You can see right here with Danger Sense, see he had 3 Furies ready to go, but Danger Sense prevented 2 of them from being applied in his new state, and it's just a thing of beauty, Danger Sense, huh? Don't have to do anything, and you get all the benefits. So we're about to get into the interesting part of this war. It's going to be awesome. This is what you clicked the video for. So I've got 3 fights ahead of me. I've got the special power special. Oh my god, I can't think. Special 1, power start 1. Oh my god, I just tripped over myself like an idiot. I still don't think I got it right. Power start 1. That's what it said right there. Okay, so I see the Void in this profile. I think, thank God, the Void's duped. This is unduped, so this must be somebody else. It's Quake. Okay. Quake's. I guess this was a diversity play. I don't know who has Quake even unduped and doesn't take them to Alliance War attack. Oh my God. I mean, I would love to have a Quake for Alliance War attack, and I'm actually out of T2 alphas. So if I actually somehow pulled her, I wouldn't be able to get her into my attack team. But she would be my second 565 in a heartbeat if I had her. But it looks like it's not going to happen, not for a while anyway. I'm pretty set on those 15k crystals, and she's not in them, unfortunately. Maybe I'll be able to pull them from like one of the chaos crystals, whatever we're calling those. She's in one of them. I think I'm going to target that one next 2 tries. I definitely wasted my first one. But anyway, back to the war. I'm 4 kills in, 0 deaths in, and I'm seeing an unduped Mystic Champion here. Now guys, Morningstar is good on this node, but she really, 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 in my opinion, has to be duped in order to be, in order for you to expect to get kills here. Because what happens is that if I'm not stressing about the bleeds, then it's a pretty relaxing fight. All I gotta do is bait out special 1s or special 2s, and with Stark Spidey, you're gonna be just fine. So I'm doing this here. I notice, does she have True Strike or something? I can't seem to get Spider-Man to auto evade any of this. But then, oh, he just did that one. You'll see here again. I take some more blocked hits later. I'm just trying to build up some poise charges without generating too much power in her. So I want to just bait out the special 1 here, and she goes, and she complies, and of course I don't get any evades again. It's so weird. But I'm able to go in and punish it. Luckily, I should have been a little more careful here about punishing her special 1. You need to be very careful when you take a blocked hit by punishing. But I'm up to 7 poise charges, and I'm actually really thinking, you know what, this is it. She's going down with 7 poise charges. Look at that. That was like 100,000 damage. That was ridiculous. So Stark Spidey, one of the kings for that node for sure, especially with his auto evade and that with the unblockable special 2 on that node, and a built-in power drain. He's very, very good. So this is where I was thinking I wanted to bring Blade in for. I've been having some trouble with this node ever since I started doing this path, and yeah. I was going to get Danger Sense here because I was almost positive it was some sort of villain. Otherwise, it was going to be Dr. Voodoo, maybe? I don't know. So I do get the Danger Sense, and it turns off the poison, thank God. Oh, so it's actually very nice. I'm just doing double mediums right now. I just did a double medium in order to see if I can get Juggernaut to bait his special 2. I realized I started degenerating, and I need to throw in 1 attack right there. And I'm waiting for him to get the special 1 out. I am going to eat some degen damage, but I'm going to attack into him once there to turn off the timer. He does finally throw it, and he goes unstoppable, but luckily he doesn't punish me. But I had my special 3 the whole time. I was kind of ready there to use it just in case something fishy happened. And it turns out to be a good move because it does a lot of damage. It puts some bleeds on him, and it gives me some more damage over time while this guy's, you know, basically being very stingy with his special. The degen goes on me 1 more time, but Blade, you know, I have willpower on now, so you'll notice also I don't have suicides on this war, but I have willpower, which kind of helps versus those degens. But then, guys, look at this. I shoot a message to my officers saying, "Hey guys, I'm available to try the boss. If y'all want, I can give it a shot." And because I was, you know, relatively full health, so I decide to, or they send me in. They send me in. Maybe they forgot how many times I used to die to the Medusa or the Medusa bosses. But I decide, you know, hey, I'm gonna put in a good showing for my team here. I'm gonna boost up. I'm gonna use attack, health, and I'm gonna throw on that invulnerability boost. And if I die, I'm gonna go straight back in with a bunch of health potions. So, oh, and then right before I forgot, I was like, hey, let's throw this power boost on. I don't even know what it does. Just like, let's give it to me. So, this is gonna be good. So, I start the fight by getting immediately 2 poise charges, and luckily I'm able to get a 3rd, and I'm already up to 7. It's very nice. I'm almost in the corner though, so I throw a 5-hit combo before Living Strand starts, and then I'm able to attack into her block a little bit, and I see that she's over there, and she starts rushing towards me, and I just want to bait this heavy again and do what I do, which is like I like to make some distance with my own heavy. I just wasn't feeling it for that one, so I decided to dodge it out and wait for her Living Strands to go away, and I got a combo in, and then I got that intercept in. was smooth. I was feeling good this day. Definitely, I don't always feel this way, but I just felt on. So I decided to try and bait out her auto block, but it doesn't work. That time it did work. So you know, I just to get rid of her living strands, and then I would just want to eat the block damage basically. But then I'm not being risky. I know she might have that third fury, so I want to be very careful with this. And this fight is just, it's going. You know, you can just tell it's going well. I'm baiting her heavy there. I get a nice 18k crit. I'm still above 50%, but so I'm getting these nice crits, and I get a nice little intercept, and a special 2 is gonna finish this fight. And I was just on fire. I was so happy about that. It just was a big confidence boost after having so many, to be honest, poor fights versus Medusa. But okay, let's get into the end here, guys. We tied 3 Apocalypse, or whatever we're gonna call these guys. We tied them. The war was so close. Either team could have done something to get it. And so I will say that, you know, that Medusa kill right there that I just did, that helped us avoid the loss. But unfortunately, a tie is basically a loss in Kabam's world, which is fine. I get that both teams can't win. That's for sure. I wish maybe there was some sort of tiebreaker. They said that, you know, diversity is supposed to be a tiebreaker. Obviously, it wasn't here in this case. I don't know what it should be. Maybe total deaths. I have no idea. Maybe we would have lost if that was the case. But yeah, it sucks to tie. We didn't get we lost like 4 a war rating, and neither of us got the victory bonus. So it wasn't a very productive day for either team. And we both used lots of items. But yeah, well done to our team. We, as a team, Odin's Almighty, we feel really proud to have held our own versus an alliance that's part of a family that's so strong, like the Apocalypse. Oh man, I hope I'm not saying it wrong, guys, because when I read APOCO, I think Apoco. But yeah, anyway, we're just proud to have stood our ground versus you guys, and maybe next time we'll win, or maybe next time you'll win. But either way, it's gonna be a fun times. It's really fun competing in the higher levels of Alliance War right now. It's more exciting. It's more interesting. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about this war, except for I did 7 kills, no deaths. I go up to 25 and 5. I saved my stats. So and I had to add in a 4-0 and 1 now, because we did do a tie. I don't expect to have any more ties for the rest of the season. They're super rare. You see them on Reddit every once in a while, but they just don't happen very often. And then yeah, we're about to start a war tonight, so I'll let you know how that one goes in the future video. But until then, I guess everyone have a good one, and take care.